it's Renee. Today we're going to talk about James chapter 2, verse 22. It says, "You see that faith was active along with his works, and faith was completed by his works." So action is the cornerstone of faith. Abraham's willingness to obey God's command to sacrifice his son Isaac demonstrated that true faith is not passive. It requires active participation. Had Abraham chosen to remain in the comfort of his tent instead of following God's directive, he would not have pleased the Lord. His faith found its true expression in his obedience, showing that faith is completed only through action. This principle applies to us too. God does not simply call us to pray for the sick so that we can send out get well cards. He desires us to be vessels of his healing power. God doesn't call us to cast out demons so that we can medicate them or lock them away in a prison. When we step out in faith to act upon his word, we not only showcase his power, but also strengthen our own faith and put his miraculous power on display. This process of believing, hearing, and doing is how we grow spiritually and become more aligned with God's purposes. The phrase "active along with" from the Greek describes the partnership between faith and works. It emphasizes that our efforts and the results of those efforts must work together to fulfill God's purposes. Faith and works aren't separate. They're meant to complement and strengthen each other. Just like a team collaborates to achieve a common goal, our faith should actively influence our actions, reflecting the reality of those beliefs. True faith is dynamic and involves a commitment to obedience. Do we strive to allow our faith to work in tandem with our actions, so we can fulfill God's purposes and reflect his love and power in the world around us? By doing so, we not only grow in our relationship with him, but also become instruments of his grace in the lives of others. Also, let me make a very important distinction here. Our efforts or our works and our successes are not the same thing. God is only ever and always most concerned with our heart motivation. Did we hear his voice? Did we obey his voice? Do we believe his word and just do what he says? If the answer to all of these is yes, then the outcome is his responsibility. We work and are obedient, yes, and we do our level-headed best, but the final results are God's responsibility. Don't put so much pressure on yourself if you do all the right things and the outcome is not what you assumed it should be. So reflect on a situation in where your faith prompted you to take action. What motivated you to act? And how did that experience shape your understanding of your faith? Think about this today. See you later.